like, what's going on? Hey, y'all. Y'all, I'm just sitting up here talking to myself in the TikTok. Oh my God, and the DJ Red. I done said all that, and y'all wasn't even on here. I'm like, why Instagram ain't working? It wasn't clicking in. There go Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Hi, Instagram. Y'all, I am truly sorry. But don't worry about it. We just gonna run it back, baby. We gonna go ahead and run it back. It's your girl, the missus. The missus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Yes. Or you could call me Miss Peachy, because that's what everybody call me anyways, baby. And I gotta say my famous line, since none of y'all heard it except for TikTok and DJ Red. What's good in your city, baby? Everything good over here on my block. Stay away. So stay away, okay? Now, to each and everybody that's out here watching for the very, very first time, Peachy Tea Time airs Monday and Wednesdays at 9:00 p.m. Eastern on all platforms. We are gonna now start introducing TikTok. Yes, we're gonna introduce TikTok. Now, TikTok, if y'all want to watch the show and watch the clips, you're going to have to come on over to the U. Okay, come on over to the U. Yeah, two. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and do that. And search Peachy Tea Time. And time is spelled with the Y. All right? So, y'all, let's go ahead. Let's get started. I'm sorry, y'all, that y'all missed the intro because we weren't even live and we just played it. So we'll make sure that we play it at the end of the show, okay? So let's play the first one. Fight Breakout. Okay, Fight Breakout. But first, before we start with that, I gotta show love to CLTV Studio, baby. This is my last day in studio. I'm so sad. I'm gonna miss everybody here. I really am. But you know, things happen. But they are a great staff. I love them all. And you just never know. You just never know what's going to happen. I may come back. You just never know. Okay? We ain't going to. When you leave good, you never know. You can always come back. Okay? So, with that being said, also, today at 4 o'clock, baby, 4 o'clock, I'm going to need y'all to be on East College Avenue, okay? Avondale Estates in Decatur, baby. I'm hosting a wine tasting. I ain't never hosted a wine tasting a day of my life, baby, okay? People been calling me, how do we dress? The way you want to. This ain't that type of wine tasting, okay? We're going to be a little classy, but I'm wearing the same thing I got on right now. And we ain't going to be listening to that little sweet jazz music. Nah. We finna do it Miss Peachy way, okay? So make sure y'all come on in. Limited space, so try to get there. If you can't get in, I'm sorry. You come back next week. If we have it next week, because it is going to be consistent. So come back next week. We got you, all right? All right, so now let's get into this fight breakout, y'all. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Who were assaulted. It was just a devastating evening. One of them, a 13-year-old girl who was beaten and kicked by nearly half a dozen attackers. And
WLWT News 5's Brian Hamrick talked to that girl today and is live for us with that story. Brian.
Yeah, Megan, I talked to the 13-year-old and her family. She's still recovering from this very violent attack. Now, they're concerned about her safety, so they didn't want her to appear on camera, but they did want people to know just how devastating this has all been. It began with celebrations on the opening day of baseball, but it was extra innings in a continuing season of violence. Officers dealing with one issue suddenly rushed by a man who's thrown to the ground, and that wasn't the only problem.
She down on the ground, they kicking her, pulling her hair, they stole her belongings. As she getting up, they still kicking her.
This is the aunt of a 13-year-old brutally beaten and kicked by a half dozen assailants in OTR just after the Reds game began.
But it's just the brutality that they did to her, the force that they put upon her.
Sheila Narrett is director of the Finley House Trauma Center. She deals with victims of violence, but this one was different. The 13-year-old is part of her family.
I was hurt. She's 13 years old, and she went out to have a good time at opening day parade.
The victim's family hoping to identify the attackers who are still on the loose. I think it puts a cloud over all of opening day.
A cloud, I would say a bullet in it. It killed it. From the Banks to Washington Park, the whole downtown was in an uproar yesterday.
As a memorable opening day celebration ends up in a day some would rather forget. And so we got a statement from the mayor. He calls it an outrage. Thanks, officers. He says, in part, my expectation is full accountability for those involved last night, and every stakeholder and community member is willing to work with us to prevent this from happening again. City Manager Cheryl Long also thanked officers for working together to de-escalate the situation. As a community, we must do better, she said.
All right, y'all. We are back. Now, let me tell y'all one thing. I cannot stand when the mayors come up and want to talk. Because it's like, what is y'all doing? As a mayor, what is you doing to help your community? But the minute something go big on social media, here y'all want to come. So I don't like it. I started to cut it off at that part because it seemed like it's something that they just typed up or had somebody type up for them. You see what I'm saying? But this was so sad. This young lady was beat during a fight, a breakout fight. Y'all saw other people on the ground just as well. You know, when you are amongst so many people, especially us too. Y'all know me. I tell like it is. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing, especially when there's a big crowd of us. It is a possibility something's gonna go down. Okay? Something's gonna go down. Now, I ain't saying run from folks or nothing like that, but when you got a whole bunch of people, you better take off. It's okay. At least you made it. At least you made it and you made your way out. But don't try to sit there and think you can take on everybody. Not saying that's what she did, but I'm just saying, try to find yourself getting far away. Okay? All right. So, y'all, we finna move on to this next clip. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all share the video. Hey, I see y'all out there. Hey, Mama Peach. Mama Peach said, Mama Peach watching. She is watching on Facebook, y'all. She's watching on Facebook. Shout out to everybody else that's watching just as well. I should have brought my second phone in. Yes, Miss Peach, you got a second phone. But I should have brought my second phone in, and I could be sharing it as well. So, because I'm using TikTok. I'm using my phone for TikTok. So, please share. That's what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to share this video. And again, welcome to Peachy Tea Time, baby, the weekend spot, baby, where we still get it in with the crime. Okay? Because crime ain't going nowhere just because it's the weekend. Baby, it gets worse. It gets worse on the weekends. Shoot, better ask somebody or watch Peachy Tea Time. Especially on Mondays. Baby, I cover everything that done happen on the weekends on Monday. Okay? So, next clip, baby. Another Rodney King. Rodney King happened so long ago, I had to make sure. I'm like, is that his name? Wasn't that his name? Yeah, that was his name. When he got beat down by the police, y'all remember that? I think that was back in Chicago. Was that in Chicago, y'all? I think that was in Chicago with Rodney King. That's history. That's something we should never forget. Just like we don't forget Martin Luther King. It is not funny. Y'all know I laugh at everything. God knows my heart and he forgives me. Okay? But just like not Rodney King, but just like Martin Luther King. Just like Martin Luther King, MLK, baby. We'll never forget that he was at the hotel. On the balcony. He was gone. He was gone. We'll never forget that. We'll never forget Ebenezer Baptist Church and connections with Martin Luther King. We ain't gonna forget that. Just like we ain't gonna forever forget that lady broke in Martin Luther King house. Y'all know the little house. Yeah, that they use for historic for us to go down there and watch and look inside and all that. And that woman broke in. Remember that? I showed y'all the clip. Yeah, stuff like that we ain't gonna forget. Just like we ain't gonna forget Rodney King. Baby, I'm finna introduce y'all to another young man. Share this video right now. We need to make sure that this man is inducted into history. Okay? Rodney King, then this man. What's his name? I don't know. We finna find out. Here we go.
Cost a Kentucky state trooper his job and his freedom. He pounded on a man at the end of a police chase who'd already given up. In fact, that officer got more time behind bars than the suspect he was after. Video shows the moment he crossed the line. July 2023, KSP troopers are part of a 4-county pursuit of Robert Kidd, a man reported to be armed, dangerous, and driving a stolen car. Troopers stopped him in Carroll County using a tire deflation device.
10-4, we're coming to a stop right now.
Kidd runs out of the car and into the woods.
Hey, show me your hands! Show me your hands!
The troopers chase him.
337 Camels already fleeing on foot.
This is Hayden Kilborn.
Show me your hands, don't kill you! Show me your hands!
Moments later, Trooper Kilborn tases Kidd.
Give me your hands now! Right here. Give me your hands! Show me your hands!
As Kidd holds his hands up, video shows Kilborn continuing to hit him repeatedly with a baton.
Put your hands behind your back! Show me your hands! Right here. I will kill you! Put your hands behind your back now! Give me your hands!
Court documents say Kidd suffered 7 stitches to the upper lip, bruising across his face and body, and broken teeth because of the attack.
During the baton strikes, the suspect was seen on body camera footage appearing to comply and show his hands to Trooper Kilborn. It was during this time that the agency determined that Trooper Kilborn's actions constituted excessive force.
5 days later, KSP moved to fire Kilborn. He appealed and saved his job, getting a 6-month suspension without pay. KSP also launched a criminal investigation, and while it played out, the department pulled Kilborn off the street, putting him on admin duty and taking away his police powers.
Former Trooper Kilborn's actions were out of line and rightfully prosecuted.
In January of this year, Kilborn pleaded guilty to assault and terroristic threatening. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison, agreed not to seek probation, and to surrender his law enforcement credentials.
This trooper violated the sacred duty of policing.
Meanwhile, Kidd was sentenced to 3 years for the stolen car and police chase. He's set to be released from lockup later this year. Now, Kidd is...
That don't make no sense, y'all. That don't make no sense. He was beating him like they was back in slavery days. I know he done watch Roots. I know he done watch Roots. He probably watched Roots right before. Right before. He probably was in his police car watching Roots. Okay, we got one. We got one. I bet you he don't even whoop his own kids like that. I mean, he was going back with it. This is crazy. What? Now, Rodney King got beat worse than that, y'all. He was worse. Okay? He was worse, true enough. But this boy still need to make history. He needs some money. He needs some millions of dollars. Y'all, he need to be sued. Not him, but the police officer. Once he go to jail and do his time, we gonna need his pension. Okay? Yeah, we need his pension. We need that man's pension, and we need upfront money right away. We need upfront money right away. All right? So I'm telling y'all, I don't know what be going on. I'm not sure why these officers feel like they can beat on us like that. He even mentioned, I will kill you. That's what he said. So my thing is this. If you're able to say something like that, that should be attempted murder. Terroristic threat. This boy was already on the ground with nothing he can do. Could have been me. Because I would have been doing either two things. I would have been crying, calling for my mama and my daddy. I'm for real. I would have been crying, calling for my mama and my daddy. Not on the phone, just screaming out, mom and daddy, come help me, please. Or I just would have been gangster with it. And I would have, they probably would have shot me. Because I would have made them so mad. Because that's why they did this to him. Because they was mad. They was angry. You ran from us. You made us chase you. Whatever. It made them very, 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 this little piece over here is bothering my nerves. I can see, y'all know I see myself. I don't see y'all, I see myself in the camera. And that little piece was just bothering my nerves, Jesus. All right, y'all, we finna move on to the next clip, baby. The next clip is the brothers feud, okay? The brothers feud over smoke shop. Over a smoke shop. So they, both of these brothers own their own smoke shop. Why is it that y'all arguing and fussing? Why? When both of y'all own a smoke shop, y'all own separate ones. Baby, look how bad this got. I think I showed this on my Facebook page. I'm not sure. But look how bad this got, y'all. The mama, oh my gosh. Let me tell y'all about I ain't gonna even tell y'all. Y'all listen to what this mama had to say. Now, I don't know if the mama on drugs or not, but it's giving drugs. It's either giving drugs or it's giving that she just in shock that my kids did this to me. But what your kids did to you, Miss Lady, it ain't normal. They grown men, but it ain't normal for them, for people to just wake up and do this to your own mama. Let's go.
Feud between two brothers has left one in critical condition and another on the run from police.
Police say one of the brothers was shot by a neighbor while he was running to get help because that neighbor thought he was a burglar. ABC 13's Maya Shea is live in the Southside neighborhood with a dramatic doorbell video. Maya.
Yeah, the doorbell video, and also we talked to the brother's mother. As you can imagine, she is simply distraught. She says one of her sons held her hostage in her own home yesterday, trying to get the other son to come over to the family's house. And when he finally did, the two brothers began fighting, leading one to chase after another. And then you'll see portions of their confrontation and the following chase caught on a neighbor's doorbell video. Take a look at what happened.
I'm bleeding. Hey, he busted me in my head. Come on, bro. Please. All right. Please.
Now, the mom tells me the man seen on video is Leone Wade. Police say he went door to door asking for help after the man you see in the background, his brother Kenneth Jolivet, allegedly attacked him. Police believe Wade was trying to get into another neighbor's home to escape from his own brother when that neighbor shot him thinking he was a robber. Jolivet is now on the run, and Wade is in critical condition at the hospital. Their mother told me through tears that this shooting happened after she was held hostage by Jolivet and that both sons have fought for years over rivaling smoke shops.
Over smoke shops. They both had smoke shops. And they just tied me up and held me hostage for 6 hours, beating me. He beat me. And I got bruises and he whipped me with extension cords.
Your own son tied you up?
Yes.
It's so sad, and that video is so dramatic. Now, this is all part of an investigation. The brother you see pleading for help remains hospitalized tonight in critical condition. His other brother on the run. Houston police say they have not made any arrests yet, but they're out there searching. Obviously, if you have any information, you're urged to call Houston police. And the shooting itself.
Baby, that news broadcasting lady, she ain't worth nothing. She ain't worth nothing. She said, your own son tied you up. Your own son did you like this. The one you birthed. Okay, I added that part. I'm telling you, that sound like me. That sound like me. I probably would sit there and be like, you mean to tell me your own child did this to you, ma'am? Oh, my gosh. Make it even worse. Beat her with an extension cord. Man, I wonder what did she do to him when he was a kid. Was this his get back? And if it was your get back, sir, God gonna get you back even more. How dare you? You know, y'all know I don't really too much care for whooping kids and all that type of stuff. I tell people all the time that I feel that it's a form of slavery, and also it teaches kids to be violent. Okay. But I do understand that sometimes, being that this is the way that we was brought up as kids. Right now, y'all, I'm sharing the video. That's why I'm not looking right now. But I do know sometimes as kids, that's how we was brought up. That you do something wrong, you get a whooping for it. You know? Nowadays, a lot of parents are punishing their kids, which we got punished too, don't get me wrong. But a lot of people are taking away they so expensive items that they buy them. So with that being said, I completely understand if that's what you want to do with your kids. Okay? If that's what you want to do with your kids. I want to make sure I say that again. If that's what you want to do with your kids. All right? Now, I'm not saying I'm not doing that with Matt. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. You know, it ain't nobody business. It ain't nobody business. So, all right, y'all. TikTok, we is back. I had to go ahead. I had to do some things, maneuver around. All right, y'all. We about to get into this next clip. I do feel sorry for the mother, but my spirit is telling me that this mama done been through some things, okay? That's what my spirit is telling me. Hey, Hollis. Hollis said, I'm watching. How are you? And hello, Sandra. She said, hey, Queen. Sandra is one of the mothers, y'all. She is one of the mothers that has been on my show, and also one of the mothers that has been sent. Not just yet, though, on Monday. She will get her invitation. She is from Saginaw, Michigan. She lost her daughter to gun violence, plus other family members. Y'all got to go check out that story. It's kind of like an unbelievable story, but it is believable. Because, baby, when family get together, sometimes things happen. Sometimes things happen. No, when you can't come on TikTok. Now, anybody that try to come on my live, I'm going to decline you, okay? Because this ain't that type of thing. But I know this y'all first time watching a full show of Peachy Time, okay? I'm sorry. I shouldn't even jumped off like that. You know what I'm saying? But, and Tiffany is watching too. So Tiffany and Sandra are two of the moms, hey sis, that are invited to a private event in Saginaw, Michigan, which is Hearts in the Sky, which is my traveling event. I'm so excited to go back home to Saginaw, baby. This is my very, very first event coming back home, baby. And you best believe I'm showing out. That's all I'm going to say. I'm showing out, baby. It's a 3-day event. First day meet and greet. Who we meeting and greeting? Me. Yes, me. They get to come see me and me. Y'all can see Poolie too. Don't worry about it. You see Poolie too. And Mama Peach. But yes, y'all, it's a 3-day event. It's going to be amazing. So amazing. But y'all, we got to get back to these clips. Baby. So the next clip, twins, y'all. Twins. You know, we love twins, okay? But one twin didn't make it. The other twin made it. We got 2 clips on this one, baby. So the first clip I'm going to show y'all and tell y'all what happened. The second clip is going to have the brother, the surviving brother, and he got something he got to say, baby. He going to tell y'all, this is what happened. This issue was crazy. Here we go. There we go.
The family is grieving after twin brothers were shot inside a home in the Smoketown neighborhood. This is Wave News at 5. I'm Brian Schlonsky.
And I'm Myra Ansari. One of the brothers, 27-year-old Ramon Allen, died. His twin brother is recovering at the hospital. Wave News reporter Fernanda Garcia-Francescini spoke with their mother, who is still searching for answers 5 days after the shooting.
Well, Myra, Wanda Pritchett says her sons had gotten word that someone was going to, quote, shoot up their house hours before the bullets came flying. She says one of the twins called police to report the threat, but she says officers never followed up. Now one of her sons is dead and the other has a long road to recovery ahead of him. And she says this could have all been prevented.
I'm not frustrated anymore. I'm mad. I'm beyond the tears. I'm beyond crying. I want justice.
Standing outside the house where her twin sons were shot last Friday, Wanda Pritchett spoke to Wave News about her family's call for justice.
I want the ones responsible. Justice for me is how can a person walk up and kill 2 individual kids or still remain on the street and stand out in the open?
LMPD responded to a call of a shooting on Caldwell Street just after 5:30 a.m. on March 20th. Officers found 2 men shot. 27-year-old Ramon Allen died, and his twin brother, Ravon, is still recovering at the hospital.
Anybody know my sons? They're loving. They're funny, they goofy, and they were always together. You did not see one without the other one. But what can we do now? It's like one has been silent and the other one is suffering because the other half that completes him is no longer here.
Wanda says her sons didn't always make the best choices, but she says they didn't deserve this. Now the mother says she won't give up in her quest to find answers as to what happened and who shot her twin sons.
And it's like he's been erased off the thing. It's like it's brushed off, but I'm not going away quietly. I need answers.
In a statement to Wave News, LMPD says the department takes concerns from victims and their families very seriously. They say they understand that situations like this can be highly emotional and at times may lead to misunderstandings regarding communication. The statement goes on to say that after our interview with Wanda, LMPD has had additional discussions with the family to address their concerns and provide clarification on the steps that
All right, y'all. We are back. If you know something, say something, okay? If you know something, say something. Help this mother out. Help this family out. I need to try to see if we get her on the show. Aleda, this your job, girl. Let's see if we can find this family. I'll make sure I send you the video. So this young man, these twins, both of them, was hit at the same time. Both of them. So they still had to wait for the one that did survive to, somewhat recover so that they will be able to hear the story because the other brother gone. He gone. So all we got left is to depend on the surviving brother. But he had to get a little bit well. Okay? Now, we're going to go ahead. Y'all can hear what he got to say. But I'm telling y'all now. He was like, these folks can't see my face. They just can't. They already done did what they did to me. And now I'm finna tell on them too. So here we go.
For leads tonight into a deadly double shooting inside a home in Smoketown.
One man died and his twin brother was seriously injured. He spoke with DeAndrea Turner from his hospital room.
She's live at LMPD headquarters. And DeAndrea, why did he decide to share his story with us?
Well, Jennifer, he says it's simple. He lost a part of him and now he wants justice for his brother. And while he did have the courage and strength to speak with us today, he did ask us to blur his face because that's a part of his body he was shot in.
So you know who killed your brother?
Yes. 4 days after the shooting that killed his twin brother, Ravon Allen is in the hospital recounting the moments that changed everything.
7 and 9 gunshots heard from the front of the location.
The brothers were shot in their home on East Caldwell Street in Smoketown on Friday. Ramon died at the hospital, and Ravon says that's where he was shown a photo of someone investigators were looking into.
Oh, like he pulled up the first person who did it.
It's a moment he tries not to replay.
The way we got shot up and the way I see my brother laying down, it hurts to even think about him. I can't think about my brother because if I had nobody in my life, if I had nobody by my side, it was my twin brother. Me and him went through any and everything together.
But what stays is what he says he saw and heard.
He's advising he's inside and he was shot in his sleep.
We're all downstairs playing on the game and stuff, and they were getting high. As it was going on, we fell asleep. The next thing you know, I heard somebody come in, but before I could open my eyes, me and my brother, we got shot up.
Ravon was shot 5 times, Ramon 3. and in the quiet after the gunfire.
When I think of my brother, the only thing I can think about is how he was shot and how he was just laying there.
He's speaking out because for 27 years, they were never apart.
If I had nobody else, it was my brother by my side 24/7.
And now a piece of him is gone, and he has one simple hope.
I just want to get justice for my brother.
And if you have any information about this case, you were encouraged to call or message the anonymous tip line, LMPD's anonymous tip.
Oh yeah, you're gonna do it. Follow my show. All right, y'all. We are back. I want to say this, and I have said this to y'all several times, that to me, when somebody takes somebody's life, I don't care what they have done. I don't care how bad they was. I don't care what they was out in these streets doing. Nobody deserved for someone else to take your life. So I want to make that very, very clear before I give my opinion on this story. Okay? You could be the neighborhood drug dealer. You could be the neighborhood person that just go out and terrorize people. All that. God is the one that's supposed to have the last final say so on when you're supposed to leave this earth, not you deciding when you're going to take somebody else's life off this earth. Okay? So I want to make that very clear. Now, the way I feel about this story, if you feel like you want to be in the streets and you know how this world is right now, go get your own place. Because the mama made it very clear to us. You got to listen. You got to listen and you got to pay attention to key words. One thing she said was, I know my son wasn't the best. I know he was doing things. So that's all I need to know. If she was talking about, I know he was going to church every single day, praising the Lord, she wouldn't have said what she said. She would have said it just like this. I mean, just like that. So that lets me know that he was out in the streets. And he's a grown man. Why you still staying in that mama in them house? Y'all need to go. The twins, y'all, both y'all, need to go and get your own spot. Y'all sitting in the basement, getting high. That's what they said. That's what the boy said. Again, it does not warrant y'all getting shot. I want to make that clear. But when you out in these streets and you doing whatever the devil is advising y'all to do, this is what comes along with the game. We all know that. So take that stuff somewhere else because it could have got your mama. And she could have been gone. Along with your brother. I pray that there won't be any retaliation going on. Because that's what happens a lot of times with people that's in the streets. You know, they want to retaliate. The way this boy was crying about his brother, ain't no telling what he gonna do. Ain't no telling. So, with that being said, my prayers goes out to the mother. Rest in peace to the young man. But as far as to the twin brother, you got a second chance. Now, the mama didn't say both of them was doing their thing. So maybe he was the good one. Maybe he wasn't doing nothing wrong. But I applaud him for saying, yes, I know who did this. You see what I'm saying? I applaud him for that. I had to take a pause because I saw the next comment that came up. Hi, Kirsten. She said, hi, Mom. Hi, Kirsten. How are you? I hope things are going well over there with you and Gigi. All right. And Mommy loves you. I love you and I love Trey. Okay? I know things got a little crazy yesterday. But I love y'all with all my heart. All right, y'all. That's my 8-year-old daughter. That's my 8-year-old daughter. She always want to be on camera, y'all. Always want to be on Peachy Tyme, all that. But I be having to tell her, no, not this time. Not this time. So, y'all, we are about to get into our commercial break. Everyone knows that watches Peachy Tyme. Y'all know that I always shine light. Here it is. I always shine like a 2-week spotlight actually on the families that had came onto the show. And I created 2-week spotlight. Peachy Tyme is still keeping loved one's name alive. So everyone that has been on the show, they have or they will receive a 2-week spotlight for their loved one, which I create this flyer and I share it on my platforms for 2 weeks. And I also play the tribute video. Okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get into the tribute video. And then we have another commercial after that. And then we'll be back with our last clip, baby. Our last clip. This woman was shot, y'all, 107 times. Did you hear me? 107 times, baby. But y'all got to wait and hear the rest of it. You got to wait to hear the rest of it. So here we go, y'all. Tribute video, Markevius, Devon. Rest in peace, my brothers.
Saw you in heaven, would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Oh, here in heaven. Oh, 'cause I don't belong here in heaven.
All right, y'all. We are back. Rest in peace to Markevius and also to Devon. Now, you can go on Peachy Tyme on YouTube and you can see the story where the mom was a guest onto Peachy Tyme and told the story. Y'all need to watch it. The killers still have not been found. So please go watch it. It is a story that you will never, ever, ever forget. Okay, you will never forget it. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into our last clip for the day. Y'all. Here we go. She was shot 107 times. Jesus, 107 times. She ain't make it. Rest in peace to her. Here we go.
Providing new information in a murder mystery. Investigators think a woman may have been dead for days. New tonight, those records reveal she had more than 100 stab wounds. Derek Rose has an update from the newsroom.
Yeah, Deanna, and at this point, the killer has yet to be caught. While the search warrant points to a possible person of interest, police have yet to publicly name a suspect, much less refer any criminal charges. Investigators found Janie Pendleton dead March 13th at a home near 37th and Townsend, just off Fond du Lac Avenue. Early in the investigation, a detective believed Pendleton had suffered upward of 20 stab wounds throughout her body and appeared to be deceased several days. It was not until the autopsy did they learn more specific details, writing just before the autopsy, detectives observed a distinct shoe pattern on Pendleton's right forearm, adding the medical examiner discovered Pendleton suffered a total of 107 stab wounds and ruled her death a homicide. Here's a look at the scene where police found Pendleton dead, 37th and Townsend. Again, is that intersection. The search warrant gave detectives access to the home of a man they say knew the victim but gave inconsistent statements to investigators. But even with that information and having searched the man's home, the documents say investigators did not find any evidence at his home, leaving the mystery of Janie Pendleton's death still unsolved. Deanna?
Some gruesome.
Well, I do say, y'all, they still don't know, even though this man was very inconsistent with his statements. They still like, well, he ain't do it. We got to let him go free. It's not enough evidence. But who knows? Who knows? They still could be working on him. You see what I'm saying? Behind the scenes. Y'all know we have seen that several times on Peachy Tea Time where they working behind the scenes, baby. That young man, what was his name? Jalen. I think his name was Jalen. Zion Foster. Zion Foster, cousin Jalen, had came and picked her up. And she called her mama and was like, Mama, can I go with my cousin? And she was like, yeah, I guess. Go ahead and go. Came, picked her up. Baby, she ain't been seen since. She ain't been seen since. And this is the story when Jalen, that I'm talking about, is that when Jalen said that that they went back to his house and they were smoking weed, sitting on the couch or whatnot, smoking weed. And he said, all of a sudden, y'all, she was non-responsive. This happened in Detroit. Probably about 3.5 years ago, probably. And he said he panicked. He ain't called 911, none of that. He just said he panicked. And what did he do? He decided to dump her body in the dumpster. And told everybody. Told them that's what he did. So Detroit decided to go ahead. They was gonna they searched the landfill. The mama was straight right there from beginning to the end. In court, all of it. And they ended up giving that boy 90 days at first. After all the information, they gave him 90 days. But baby, guess what? Guess what? They was working behind the scenes, baby. And they went back and got his butt. They went back and got him. So now he is definitely serving time. I also would love to get Zion Foster's mom on the show just as well. So we're going to look into that also. All right. Well, y'all, we are out of here. We have came to the end of the show. I'm a miss DJ Red. I'm a miss the whole CLTV family. Yes, I'm miss everybody. And they gonna miss me too, baby. They gonna miss me too. But y'all, we are out of here. I love you guys. We are going to end the show with one more commercial break, which is the tribute videos. You all know that I create tribute videos. If you need a tribute video for your loved one, make sure you holler at your girl. Holler at your girl. I will send you the pricing. Now, if you come on the show and tell your loved one's story, then you get it for free. That's my gift to the families for coming on. But if you hit me up and be like, hey, I need this tribute video done. I know you do some fly tribute videos. I need one for the funeral or just for anything, for birthdays, anything. All y'all got to do is hit me up. I got you. Within 24 hours, baby, you will have your tribute video. As long as you send me the pictures when you supposed to send me the pictures. Okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all. At 4:00 p.m. Eastern time, baby, for my very first wine tasting. Shout out to Alcohol Heroes for trusting me to be a host, a continuous host just as well. Thank y'all. Baby, I'm finna turn up. That's all I'm saying. I'm finna turn up. We gonna have a good time. We are. But until then, check out this. Bye.
Remembering a life, honoring a legacy. When words fall short, let Miss Peachy help you tell the story. Miss Peachy will create a custom heartfelt memorial tribute video that celebrate your loved one's life in a way that truly reflects their spirit and the love you shared. With thoughtful care, Miss Peachy will craft each video from the heart, preserving precious memories in a lasting tribute. Tailored packages to suit your needs. Fast 24 to 48-hour delivery. Genuine, compassionate service. Let Miss Peachy help honor your loved one legacy with a keepsake that will be cherished forever. Contact Miss Peachy by email or by phone for a tribute video made from the heart.